Okay, so welcome back to another episode of KDP Questions, where I answer your questions you have been asking me in the comment section in my videos. Now, if you haven't been here before, my name is Rory and I run this channel called Mr. Rosa. And before we get into anything, can I just ask you guys to hit that like and subscribe button, as it would be greatly appreciated and doesn't take you half a second to do. Now, let me just quickly straighten up this camera because it doesn't seem too straight to me. And yeah, as you can see, we are sitting on the end of the bed, the setup on the end of the bed, because, well, it's perfect lighting out there today. It's very sunny today, and, well, I'm only answering questions today, so I'm not needing the computer. But anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time, and I'm just going to jump straight into it with the first question. Okay, so the first question is by XP. And he said, amazing video, thank you. Again, that's very much appreciated. These comments mean so much to me. Does Amazon take more of the cut if your interiors/exteriors require more ink/colour to print, or if you have more pages? And the answer to that is yes. If your interior is made out of colour, then Amazon will take a larger cut compared to if it was made out of black and white, because, well, it costs more for them to print. And the same if it's got more pages, again, it's going to cost more to print because they're having to print more paper, which costs money. And also for the size of the interior or cover or whatever will change what the price will be. So say a 6 by 9 inch book will have a different price to print than a 8.5 by 11 inch book, and I'm pretty sure 8.5 by 11 inch is more expensive, so the royalties you'll get will be less if you produce a book if it's 8.5 by 11 inches, or if it's colour, or if it's got more pages. So yeah, it's just something to think about when you're coming to creating your books, and whether you want to get more royalties by just keeping the interior black and white, or if you want to use colour. It's all up to you, really. But yeah, that's a very good question. And also, if you want to know what your royalties are, of course, when you come to upload your book, when you come to the end, when you talk about all the pricing and it shows you what royalties you get, you'll be able to see how much you will get. It will show you how much it costs to print the book, and the cut that Amazon will get from that, and the cut that you'll get. So yeah, you'll know how much money you'll be making from each book. So the next question is by Jeff Rose. Rory, do you think your shipping to the UK makes a difference in the search numbers? And I don't know if you guys have seen my video, but when I go onto Amazon.com, because I'm not from the UK, it just comes up with, instead of my postcode, just shipping to UK. And no, it doesn't make any difference to the keywords or anything whatsoever, so no, that's not something to worry about. And yeah, so that was just a very simple question, and the simple answer to that is no, it doesn't make any difference. The third question is by Pratik Saraba Jaha. Sorry if I get your names wrong again, I'm not the best at pronouncing names. And he says, I don't know how it works for you YouTubers. It hardly seems to work in real world. I've uploaded 500 books from July 12th to August 12th, 2020. Followed all the advices from experts regarding niche research and keyword research, but merely sold some 5 to 6 units. I don't know how you guys get €100 for your 100 books uploaded. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, my first month, I did make $20 or €20 or whatever, and that is about 5 to 6 units. And it was only in the second and third months that I made the $250, and that was also because that was Christmas time. Like I talk about, your sales will increase dramatically when it comes to Christmas time, because there's more people looking for gifts for people for Christmas. And again, like I always say, it takes a couple of months for Amazon to properly index your books, and by that I mean it will take a couple of months for your real large amount of sales to come through. It doesn't happen in the first month. This business doesn't happen straight away. It's a business you have to persevere with and take time. You got to know that it doesn't all come naturally. It doesn't all come straight away. And then also you mentioned how I made this, I don't know, I think about $350. I made this off of 100 books. And well, that is because I spent the time going through doing the appropriate keyword research, doing the appropriate niche research, so I knew that when it comes to uploading my book, it's not going to be a waste of time. I will make sales. And that is why it's better to focus more on the niche research, the keyword research, creating a better cover, creating a better interior, rather than just uploading a bunch of random books all looking the same. You make mistakes, you haven't done the right keyword research, and yes, you won't make any sales if you do that. It's better to spend time creating quality books over creating just quantity. Like you always hear with the famous quote, quality over quantity, I see in this comment you put that you've uploaded 500 books from July 12th to August 12th, so that is your first month. You've uploaded 500 books in 1 month. And to be honest, that seems like quite a lot. It seems like, I wouldn't say spamming, but it seems like you have uploaded quite a lot. So instead of uploading books, I would spend more time just sort of looking at the keyword research and the niche research into less saturated niches, or ones that will guarantee you some sales. And yeah, I would just spend more time creating the best cover and interior that you can. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So it's just something to think about, really. Okay, question 4 is by Jet Life, and he says, what criteria do you mean in the video for the searches? And the criteria that I'm talking about in my videos is when I'm looking through a niche, I look to get where it says the search results below 1,000 or less, or even if it's at 1,000, that's still alright. And I'm looking for also a few top sellers within like the 300,000 mark in that niche, so I know that it is getting a good amount of sales and there's people searching for it each month, so that then when I create a book in that niche, it ensures to me that I've got a better chance of making sales if I create the good cover, the good interior, and yeah, it's just better than going into a saturated niche or a niche where people aren't searching for those kind of books and I'm not getting any sales at all. Okay, question 5 asks, I have 200 books but no sell any. Well, it's a bit of a vague question. There is so many factors as to why your book wouldn't be selling. It could be you're not doing the right keyword research. It could be that you're not doing the right niche research. You're going into a saturated niche, like I talked about the criteria in the question before. So it could be you're going into a saturated niche, or a niche where people aren't searching for those kind of books, or you've made a mistake in the title or the cover or the interior or the description, or you've made a cover that isn't appealing to that niche so people won't want to buy it. I mean, honestly, there is so many factors, so it's a bit too vague for me to answer why you're not making any sales when I don't know your book, I don't know what niche you're going into, and all sorts of stuff like that. Okay, question 6 is by Sharia Mahmoud. Can you please tell me what kind of book is better for more selling in upcoming Q4? Can you please suggest me some niche and book category, journal / panna / comics / colouring or other? Well, actually, it's funny you say that because I have made a video on this. I'll leave the link up there. And in that video, I talk exactly what you've asked, what books will be selling. I talked about the 5 best books which will be selling during Q4. And yeah, those range from Christmas books. And I'll let you watch the video because it's interesting to know what kind of books you can be creating to make good money. Question 7 is from Agata Palak. Hi, why do you use Bookout instead of KDP template generator? Well, it's nothing in particular. I just prefer the templates from Bookout. I prefer how they look. I don't know if they're any different from the Amazon one. They might not even be any different, but it's just something that I've always used since I started the KDP business. I always got them from Bookout. There's no real preference. There's nothing wrong with the Amazon ones. And yeah, it's just something I'm used to, really. That's it. Question 8 from Darwin Speaks. I always had ideas, but when it comes to book covers, I'm dead. You know what, Darwin? I know the exact feeling you're talking about. I had the exact feeling when I came to create my covers, and the way I got around it was I tried to gain inspiration from other books in that niche. So if I'm going into a niche that I know is going to sell well and I want to make a book in that niche, I'll go into it and I'll look at all the books, all the covers that people have created in that niche, and I try and gain inspiration from that, gain some ideas, write them down, try and mix and match a bunch of things, and that's how I made my sales. Honestly, I just went through, I saw something that looked quite cool, I liked the idea, I went on to Pinterest, I looked at some different sorts of designs and graphics I could use, and I just added that all together to create my covers. I know how hard it is to think of covers sometimes, but that's just a way you can get around it, gaining inspiration from other people. That's the best way to do it, really. But make sure you do not copy them, because it'll just end up you won't make any sales, and probably your Amazon will take down your book for copying. And the next one is also from Darwin Speaks. He says, hello Mr. Rosa, I'm currently making a motivational type sports journal. Can I include some famous lines by famous artists to my journal? Answers are massively appreciated, thank you. Now, honestly, I am not too familiar with the rules and stuff when it comes to famous quotes and the famous quote department. But what I would do is go to a website called trademarkia.com. Leave a link in the description below, and that's a website which is great because you can search up all the quotes that are trademarked and the things you can say, and yeah, just type in your quote and see if it is trademarked, and then from there you know that you'll be able to use it with no issues whatsoever. And well, that is the 9 questions I've got for today. Once again, if you want your question featured in next episode of KDP Questions, leave it down in the comments below. Love reading and replying to every single one of your comments. And yeah, once again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as it is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.